So that might be an issue there. But obviously, if you think he's got too many players in that position, by all means, it's better for the player and the club to loan him out. So that's probably his train of thought there.
Now, man, touching on Tom's point there about Martin Michael, I mean, obviously Leicester strikers, apart from David Ashton, of course, are struggling to hit the back of the net at the moment. Do you think it was the wrong move to let Martin Michael go?
I don't know. He did score last weekend, and he does have ability, but he wasn't getting enough game time at City. And I think the wealth of experience that he's gaining on loan at the moment will do him the world of good. Just to make another point, actually, about the defensive positions and Wes Morgan. What a key player he's been this season. He's been a rock, and even when he's been injured, he's been sorely missed because he's just a wonder man at the back. He can tackle, he can go up front, he can score goals as well. And Kasper Schmeichel, he's come under a bit of pressure in the last few weeks. Made the mistake obviously last week, but he's made some match-winning performance saves at the moment this season and last season. So I don't think it's fair to fans to get on his back. It's been one mistake out of and he's not done that many in the past.
Yeah, and obviously Hull City were heavily linked with him in the summer, Adam. I mean, was that probably Leicester's best bit of business in the summer, keeping hold of Schmeichel?
Definitely. I mean, Wes Morgan was up for a few teams more than him as well. So to hold on to both of them, they're probably two of their key players last season. It's great for them, and hopefully they can push for promotion this season. I think they will do. And just going back to that Kasper Schmeichel point, yeah, he's been criticised in the press, but he doesn't really make mistakes. It's just one mistake out of 100, and you can see what he's doing there. He's one of these players who, as soon as he gets the ball into his hand, he distributes it. He's looking to do that before he caught the ball, and he just took his eyes off it and he went in.
Do you think that Leicester, do you think Nigel Pearson is under a lot of pressure this season? Obviously, he got given the other chance when he slung into the playoffs. Do you think that this season he needs to get promotion?
I think this season, with the players they've got, I think they've got a good chance to get promotion. They'll definitely be top 6 again and maybe playoffs. I think there is a lot of pressure on him to make sure that they get promoted this year, and I think they'll be pretty close to it.
Would you go along with that, Tom?
I think there's pressure on him, but I think you could say all 24 championship teams and championship pressure on every manager feels the pressure. And I reckon about 20 out of 24 championship teams believe they can get promoted as well. So everyone's got pressure on him, but catch up on the points we previously made on Schmeichel and Morgan. I don't think you can undervalue their experience and their wealth to the team. Like, it's important for Leicester to keep a good spine in the team. They've got that with Schmeichel and Morgan. I think Drinkwater started the season fantastically well. Always tries to get on the ball, always tries to keep it moving. And with Nugent in front at the minute, as you can see, the first 11 games, but since third in the league, the spine of the team have been playing well, so the rest of the players around have been playing well. So the key for Pearson and Leicester is not worry about the pressure, the media, what happened last year. Is to keep that spine of the team playing well, and I think the results will come.
How much of a threat, Tom, is James Vaughan going to be for Morgan next week?
Well, he's a great player, as we know. Like, he came on the scene when he was 16-year-old at Everton, and he respected big things like England call-ups, everything. But he had a few injuries, as we know, broke his leg a couple of times. But he started this season really well, and he's up there with the top scorers in the league. And Huddersfield on their day can cause a lot of problems to many teams. They've got Adam Clayton in the midfield. They've got some good players, and it'll be a tough test next week for Leicester at home to Huddersfield.
And I'll give this one to Tom Molina. 2 Toms in the studio today. That's going to be very confusing. Who do you think, Tom, are the main competitors for Leicester this season in terms of promotion? I mean, QPR have conceded 2 goals all season. I mean, do you think they'll be up there?
Yeah, QPR definitely. One might even argue that their team, with some of the loan signings they brought in, like Tom Carroll and Benoit Assou-Ekotto, that their team maybe looks even a little bit stronger than they did last season when they were up in the Premier League. Also, Reading, again, Premier League experience, they're doing quite well at the moment. Burnley, as we know, lost Charlie Austin to QPR. It seems that their 2 strikers, Gilbert and St. Dennis, they've risen to the challenge. They've got, I think, 8 and 7 goals respectively, so they're up there. And Watford, of course, they came so close last season. They'll be looking to go one better.
We're not allowed to mention Watford.
I'm not mentioning Watford in the studio.
I think a good point to make is Burnley. They're another surprise team this season, and how well are they doing? You know, level on points with QPR. No one would have expected that at the beginning of the season.
Especially if you look at the fact as well that they lost Charlie Austin to QPR in the summer. It's amazing, isn't it, Tom? Sometimes how You lose a shot field, but you find goals elsewhere.
And that's the thing, people step up to the plate happens across all levels of football. And there's always a surprise package every season, the team that starts well. Like, look at Crystal Palace last year, under Dougie Freeman, when he was there before he left the bottom, they were flying at something seemingly at Burnley, where they slipped away towards the end, but they still got promotion. So Burnley, they keep winning the games they are. There's no reason why you can write them up. I think they've got a good chance if they keep this form up.
Yeah, so Leicester goes to Huddersfield on Saturday. Is it a game you think they need to be winning at home? I mean, getting points on the board at home is obviously crucially important to any promotion campaign. And I mean, I'm guessing it will hurt them losing to Doncaster. I mean, they're desperately unlucky in that game. Is Pearson going to have a job in his hand to pick his players up for that one?
Not necessarily, because the international break's always good for a team, especially if they've lost a game, because they can rebuild, put things right that they got wrong in training throughout the international break, and they can go into the next game with a lot of confidence from what they've done so far in the season. So I think Leicester wouldn't have anything to worry about. I mean, Huddersfield have got the threat of James Vaughan, as you've just said, but I think Leicester will be fine, and obviously Leicester got a big win against Huddersfield at home last season as well.
Yeah, and Tom, is it unfair to say that Leicester haven't really come up against any opposition you'd say their main promotion rivals so far this season, Napoli, QPR or Burnley? I mean, do you think they've had an easy run in?
No, I don't. Like we said before, I think the Championship is a very competitive league. I don't think you get any easy games in the Championship. I think if you build on that through, you look at the games they've lost this season, they've lost to Charlton and Doncaster, and you think they'll be games that you definitely get 3 points from. So to look at it that way, it's slightly unfair. There's still big teams like Wigan and Blackburn, like Adam picked up earlier. They played Wigan off the park a few weeks ago, so you can only beat the teams that you're up against, and they've done well so far. And I think if they keep the confidence up when they do come to the big games, the Burnleys, the QPRs, the Watfords, they'll be in good form, and hopefully they can win those games as well.
Yeah, and we'll be at that game next Saturday, 3 p.m. kick-off, bringing you live updates throughout the show, 2 till 6 p.m. Right, we'll change sports now, and we'll go over to rugby with Tom number 2. I'm going to call you for the next few hours. Not to say you're any worse than number 1, but you're number 2. So Leicester Tigers lost to Ulster yesterday. You watched that game. Were Leicester disappointing? Do you expect them to win?
Well, expecting them to win, maybe not. Ulster have been, improving a lot. They're starting to get a lot more of their players in the Irish national side, but definitely a disappointing game. It seemed that in the first half, getting off to a great start with a very quick try, ball spreading out wide, and Monipola getting that early try in the corner, and it seemed that they would be in contention, but Ulster were very quick to respond. The try that they got, while a very well executed crossfield kick over to Tommy Bowe, you could argue that really it had been waiting for quite a while, and the Leicester defence should have seen it coming, should have been able to recover. And then in the second half, it was really all Ulster on the attack, constantly probing the defence, finding holes. Leicester really looked vulnerable, and in the end they did well to get a losing bonus point out of it, final score being 22-16, I should say. But it definitely could have been more for Ulster, having not 1 but 2 tries disallowed in about the space of 10 minutes, so it easily could have been more.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously they got that draw against Northampton last week. I mean, do you think